Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the show. It is Saturday, and being Saturday, that means it's open mic lore discussions here on the Golden Inquisition. I mean, the Golden Inquisitor channel, and yeah, it's going to be an amazing show. Once again, we're going to be hearing from a plethora of people about Elden Ring lore. That's right. I'm still kind of setting up here. I was in a deep theological discussion about real theology and Elden Ring theology, which is great. I love it. I was talking to Nostal. He's a very intelligent, inquisitive man, and thus he became part of the Golden Inquisition. Let's see, where is this? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you want to join the show, call in. You have to join the Discord, unfortunately, and get in the chat. And yeah, in the chat there is going to be here in the live chat. There is a Discord link to the Discord. We already have some callers lined up, so we'll get to them shortly. Let's see. So tonight, our small focus, not the entire focus though, will be the question of the week. And I already, believe it or not, I already have question of the week for next week. So at the end of the show, don't let me forget to tell you what the question of the new question of the week is. But this week's question was brought to you by Aninekipu. I think I finally said her name right. And it is, who is Ronnie's teacher? Sounds like a simple question. Sounds very simple. You're probably thinking, oh, God. Easy. But is it though? Is it though? I think not. But we shall see. We shall discover the truth. I know I still have the starting soon logo still going because I like the way it looks. I like it for the intros. I think I might do that more often. Let's see. Let us see. Let's see. Okay. Welcome back, boss. Welcome back, Nostal. Welcome back, Rattle. Welcome back, Pharaohs. Whoa. Yeah. Yep. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Let's see. Any announcements? No stream on Monday. There's not going to be any stream in the evening, or maybe all day. Depends. My kids are on spring break, and hopefully they want to do something. They said they'd come over for in the evening for dinner. Maybe they want to do something during the day. We'll see. I'll leave myself open for them. Sunday, tomorrow morning, Resident Evil Requiem. We'll probably finish that up and start Resident Evil 0 once again. Let's see. Any other announcements? Nothing right now. Oh, I do have to give shout outs to all the Inquisitors and friends of the Inquisition that have channels and stuff like that. Because why do I do it? Just because I'm a nice guy. Maybe. But listen up. Follow Serious Moonlight. On everybody right now I'm about to name is on YouTube. The YouTube, if you're a boomer, the YouTube. Younger, it's just YouTube. Serious Moonlight, Not Godwin, Aninekipu, Jackal Khan, Spiral Unity, Jack is a Mimic. Who else? Metafactual. Man. I think that's pretty much all of them right now. But and also on Twitch, you got to go visit Sunstorm_Jackal because he's a nice guy. He's funny. He's a streamer, intelligent. You should check him out. One day, maybe he might convert over to the YouTube and be cool. Stop being Omen over there on Twitch. Blame it on Moonlight, says Boss. Yeah. Or Boss Saucer on TikTok. I'm not sure if he still has that channel or not. He keeps claiming he doesn't have anything, but we'll see. Jackal Khan says that he's working on coming over to YouTube. He'll find a home here. He found a home in the Inquisition. he can find a home on YouTube. There's enough people on YouTube to share, you know, their theories, which is great. Let's see. Anything else? Any other lore theory? Any other announcements? Oh, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, in the show links tonight, as of right now, and in the future, there is a link to the Inquisition Radio Live channel. Make sure you go over there, subscribe, hit the likes, watch the shows, watch the live streams, because those things that's peak podcasting there. And it's with me, Boss, and Serious Moonlight. And we're not afraid to tackle any topics. So hit that up, watch it, and love it. Let's see. What else? Anything else? Am I forgetting anything else? Oh, I do have some bad news. Some bad news. Man. If anybody watches Jack is a Mimic commentary, it's on hiatus. For how long? I have no idea. But I watched that Thursdays and Tuesdays. When it was Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I watched it all the time. But now it's on hiatus. For how long? I don't know. But it's no bueno. I hope whatever the reason is, because I don't know Jack personally, but I do watch his content. So I hope he's doing well, whatever's going on. If there might be nothing going on, I just might be in my head thinking that's something bad. He might be like won the lottery and just like, forget it, I'm done. But yeah, so I look forward to its return. Let me just say that. What else? Anything else? Nope, that's everything. All right, intro's over. All right, let's get with the lore discussion. Lore discussion. This is why we're here, because we love Elden Ring. We love it. It is an amazing game, a beautiful game. Let's get in game. All right. So let's see if we have any problems tonight with the sound or trying to get Discord to work. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, first in line, first caller of the evening, I think was Base Serpent. I believe that's who it was. All right, Base. Or wait, was it Jack? No, I'm playing. It was Boss. I'm playing. All right. Is Base in the chat? Base, if you're in the chat, press 1 if you're on lunch break. Because I know that sometimes you're on lunch break and you don't have a lot of time to talk. Because if you are, I'll pull you up first. And we'll just pretend that Boss was first, because I don't want to disrespect you. Cannon, is he here? Is Base Cameron Cayman? Does it? I know he wasn't first, but he's also on lunch break. I don't want, a lot of times he calls in, he doesn't get the go because, the show. No, I'm in charge of the line, Nostel. I'm in charge of the line. Cannon was first anyways? What? Boss, you lost again? Bro. Okay. All right. Here we go. Base. Because he's Base. Cannon. Come on down. Welcome to the show. Oh. I don't know about your incompetence. Base, are you there? Base. Testing one, base. All right, base. You got to the count of 5. Big dog. We'll put you back in queue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We'll get back to you, base. All right, next is the boss. Boss, are you there? All right, you're not showing up on Discord. Hold on. Dang, bro. Okay, right here. All right, try now. Dang, what? No. Is it coming through on it? No. Can anybody hear boss? What the heck?
Me
All right.
escuchan.
All right. Oh, there you go. There you go. Now we hear you,
Yep.
boss.
Now, okay, that's good.
Okay. All right, boss. Welcome to the show. Base, if you show up, let us know. Boss, welcome back, man. Welcome back. It's always something with the show, ain't it?
Hey, bed.
I know, right? It's a one-man show, and I'm retarded. So here we go.
Oh, he came back.
He
Oh,
came back. I
yeah,
was here.
yeah.
It
He was here all this time. Just
came in your base. I can't remember all these side names.
yeah,
All
he's
right.
gaming.
Okay, base. Do you want to come? All right. Let me bring him in. Let me bring him in.
Yeah.
Base, are you there? Base,
Can
are
you
you
hear
there?
me okay?
Okay, there you are. There you are. We can hear you. Let me see it. Can everybody hear him? I can't hear you again. Who's running this show? Let me call the producer. Oh, I am the producer.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah. Let's call the producer. Yeah. Um,
Would you like to start with the question of the week, sir?
sure. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. The question of the week for you, Base Serpent Cannon. Who is Ronnie's teacher?
So, um, it's a complicated question because we don't like we assume that it is the previous we're basing this off a bunch of assumptions. A, that the Karian royal lineage has some relation to the tripart goddess Hecate and the mother maiden crone dynamic, which means that Ronnie, as the Snow Witch, represents the grandmother in this whatever. And so we see Rolana and Renala as the other two members of this whatever. Great, fantastic. Also, I don't know that we have an answer for who this other crone could be. But um so part of me thinks that uh, like America and Rolana or Renala are sisters.
Okay.
So that maybe like there's enough and there's a kind of mythological context for both of that for calling someone a sister just meaning equal, but I don't know that that's a good like answer to the question. So either it's someone we don't know, or it's maybe America.
What? Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's my thought.
All right. Well, thank you for answering the question, man. I Wow, I never thought about it that way. You went really deep in it.
It's weird. It's weird. Um, yeah, I mean we've got the America. We know that America has a sister. We never see that sister, though. That sister is represented in blue. America's red. Um, we know that the Karyans have some relationship with the giants, and America is in a lot of ways a giant. A, Radagon is a giant, and B, she has a big old hammer, and that's she's a hammer and and an anvil. She's a forger. She's a weaponsmith, which is the thing giants are known for. There's this whole storied relationship between Night and Flame and um, what's it called? Mesmer, her son, is
Uh-huh.
big into fire. So, like before America was the Queen of Light, perhaps she was the Queen of Fire. I don't know.
Hmm.
There's not. I
Interesting.
don't think there's enough information to give it a good answer. I
Yeah.
just know that there's a lot of different directions you can take it.
Dang. Out of your answer just now, I might change my question of the week for next week, or I might have one for the following week already. Because, yeah, hold on. Let me. Okay, while you do you want to jump into something else, or do you want to?
I had a vision.
Okay,
I
tell
was
me.
lying in bed. I was, like thinking about all the different stuff that we see in LFIL and all this, what's going on, and I remembered how people had thought about the statue of somebody cradling a child, or like it was like there was a kid who was sitting on their knees crying into their hands, and some adult form comforting them. And it had been argued at some points that it was America, and it had been argued at some points that it was Godwin, and it had, I think, been argued at some points that it was even um, Melania, which, I mean, sure, why not? One of the kids is supposed to never grow up, so who knows?
Right.
Uh, what I was thinking about was we had talked about how some of these people in this family are trees, are plants in some ways, and we've been thinking about how Mikola doesn't really have a relationship with death, an association with death. But St. Trina very much does. Sleep and death are very much coded the same way. And I was wondering if maybe Godwin is St. Trina, not Mikola.
Oh.
And hear me out.
Okay. Okay.
There's another big part of this that I think is important. We know one thing about God. He gets ancient dragons on his side.
Okay.
There is one way that we get an ancient dragon on our side in the game. We put it to sleep.
Oh.
We put Florisax to sleep using TLA's quest or whatever. We put Florisax to sleep. They say, normally I give my sleep, I grant it up in offering to my Lord, but I have been wanton, and now I will give my service to you. And Florisax is on our side now. What
Interesting.
if, and like
Okay.
Godwin has all these associations with death. Obviously, he's the Prince of Death. We see Fia's whole thing is a deathbed companion. That's lying in bed with somebody that's totally related to sleep. All of these themes match, and the actions that Saint Trina takes as this person who comforts people and is like, she's a saint, she's a hero, she's doing all these things. These are very much the beloved Godwin was doing these too. So we kind of have this association with her as somebody related to Mikola because Mikola abandons her, right?
Uh-huh.
But we also know Mikola was trying to revive Godwin. But if they were separated, for example, by this ritual, right? Like how we see Melina is a being of spirit. Perhaps Saint Trina is too. Once the ritual killed Ronnie and partially Godwin, perhaps Saint Trina was separated. And so when Mikola tries to resurrect Godwin, it of course doesn't work because Godwin's still around, kind of. He's still partially here, so he can't be brought back.
Oh. Wow. Yeah. I that's fascinating. That's real. Wow. I don't know what to say, man. I never thought about that. That's really good. What?
I'm curious, what else does that show? What else can we find? Like this is I'm just lying in bed last night trying to imagine where this goes
Yeah.
because if if Saint Trina, so I mean, because we have this whole thing with Placidusac, right? He is, I don't know, he is the calm stone or whatever, and he seems to be taking sleep from other people, right? That's what
Uh,
the dragons are doing. They're giving him their sleep. I, maybe that's why the ancient dragons attacked the capital, because you have a person who has power over sleep to actually actually cut the dragons off from their god in this way, where they've been previously all about giving their sleep to Placidusax, and now they can't, or no, they might not be, like somebody who has the power to literally just say, "You're asleep now. All that work you did is gone."
mm.
Um,
I don't know about that, but it is fascinating on that overall though. As for the reasoning, maybe. So do you think? Let me ask you this: do you think then that Grand Sax is asleep?
I hadn't thought about it. It could be. I would be. It would be really interesting because he isn't like you would expect. We talked about it a million times. You'd expect if this happened at any other point in history, you'd remove the rubble. But
Right.
if he's alive and asleep, maybe damaging him wakes him up. And so the whole everything we're doing here is just recognizing maybe this guy is better off left asleep.
Oh yeah. Man. Okay. Don't want to disturb him. Wake him up. Hmm. That's.
Right. And then we go into we go into Thea's deathbed dream in order
Oh shit.
to get the thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fortisax and Florisax both exist in Dream. It's it's there's I mean I think there might be something there. This idea, so like we see Godwin, we imagine Godwin as one of these people in Elphael, comforting these two kids, who we presume to be Mikola and Melania, which matches up to what we know about him. Um, and we can imagine that this person who's you know gathered all of these people around him, Saint Trina was the same way, gathering people around them with their charm, with their like genuine like wanting to help people. Um, it kind of like that is the beginning of a rebellion. Like
All right.
that
So
makes even more sense why someone would kill Godwin.
okay. So
Um,
this is what you need to do. You need to write all of this down and put it in the Discord. And
saved
because
it for you. I mean, to be fair, it's only been like 8 hours
because
or something.
this is fascinating. I have never once considered this. This has never even crossed my mind. Let me ask you this: what what inspired this theory? What was it that
I was
triggered
just
it?
lying in bed. I was just lying in bed. Like I said, I was lying in bed and I was thinking about the statues in Elphael. Um, so sometimes the brain spinning down comes up with crazy shit. I don't know.
That's amazing.
Well,
I
the other part about it is the figure in the tree in Elphael
uh
and the ambiguity of the gender of the statues, because we've been through a number of times where we're looking at statues and we don't quite know who they're looking at. I know last week we were talking about the statues in the Shaded Castle because the guy there is obsessed with Melania, but a lot of the statues there seem to be statues of America.
right.
So like it brings up into question like who actually are these statues of? And that was enough for me to start asking the question whether or not those statues in particular are not Melania or are not America. I cannot say, but like that's where I started.
Wow.
Yoth. The my idea was that Mikola. So Mikola we talk about Mikola trying to use the what's it called? The eclipse to resurrect Godwin.
Right. And that's a question that your pharaohs had for you. Who wants to resurrect Godwin? And it's Mikla, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I throw you off?
No, that was it. That was where my
That was
brain
it.
was at.
Oh, okay. That's a fascinating, fascinating hypothesis. What is there anything that you would be looking for that would solidify that into like?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. Like, how can we be sure this is true or not? And I'm not 100%. I think what I would like, so we have this thing that we associate with Godwin, like that symbol.
Uh-huh.
Maybe if we find it somewhere in Elfile, that might work. Or maybe if there is, um, what? Yeah, I mean, that's the best I can come up with right now.
Okay.
If there is, I would also like, um, where is Saint Trina in relation to Kara's hidden grave?
It's southeast.
Um, I'm not sure if I can do anything with that, but there might be some stuff we could find on the map that kind of tells us a relationship. But I'm not right. I don't know anything beyond that right now. The
Oh, okay.
other thing to think about is Death's place in. The other thing to think about is Death's place in Farum Azula, because it does seem like there are a lot of death customs for Farum Azula,
Okay.
and they don't seem to be related to sleep. Um, but not entirely, right? Because we have they were laying the bodies out in this kind of pattern around their lord, up to the open sky.
Right.
So I don't know. There's um, the other thing about they describe all of Farum Azula as a mausoleum,
Right.
as if Placidusax sleeping is being dead. Um,
Oh shit. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because that's wow. Yeah. Hmm. Well, is it? Hmm. I have a question for you. Do you think Farum Azula, known as a mausoleum, was prior or post
I think it's
whatever
item
happened?
text, so I don't.
Because
I think it's item text,
no.
so I
But
don't
has
think
it
it's. I think it's.
when it
Go
was
ahead.
connected to the ground, when at its peak, was it always a mausoleum, or did it become one when it was in the sky?
Hmm.
That's my question. Because if it became like a city of a dead and the dead, or they're all dead up there or whatever, it's like, oh, it's a mausoleum. You know, it's figurative speech to a description of what defined where you're going to be
Right.
fined if you go to that city, or was it a bustling city, or has it always been a giant mausoleum?
Well, one thing about Fair Missoula that I always find interesting is like there's a lot of the city that you kind of so there's a lot of Lanedale that there seems to be like living quarters and stuff like that. There's the whereas in Fair Missoula there are temples and catacombs. Um, and that's pretty much it. But that might just be what remains, you know.
Mm,
Um, the other part about it, did you watch the Gay Dragons video I posted?
no.
It's fantastic. I don't want to do it injustice, but it talks about this idea that because the way they describe Baal as a tyrant doesn't quite make sense if he was a servant of Placidusax. So maybe they were equals, maybe they were a co-part god, like we see America and Godfrey and all the other kind of two
Interesting.
people become one imagery we see throughout the thing. Um, so this idea that Fair Missoula represents the heavens and the jagged peaks where Baal is represents the earth. Um, if we so if we understand heaven as a place where the spirit goes, it makes total sense for that to be a mausoleum.
Okay. That's kind of, well, I mean, I can see where they're drawing the connection, what you're saying. But if it always
Yeah.
was a mausoleum, because if we look at the structure around it, Farum Azula, when it was attached to the ground, most of it was underground. That's why we see so much stuff of it inside the floating cliffs and things.
Hmm. I understood that to mean that the dragons were just turning into stone.
Right? But if they were turning into stone, and it was in the ground, I mean, it became the ground.
Sure,
That's
sure.
you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, we see both giants and dragons do that, where they just become the earth.
Right.
Have you ever played D&D?
Back when it was known as AD&D.
Okay, so since then, but not since, you know, more recent than now, they had a system, or they had a place called Everon where there was the whole world was a dragon.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't like you would see dragon scales or anything. It was just a world, just a planet. But the idea that the world of Elden Earth is the literal corpses of giants and dragons from their war. I don't know. Could
Oh,
be. I mean, it's a
could
cool idea.
could could be. I would not want it to be because then it sounds too much like Transformers. Sounds too much like World of Warcraft, and both those series are.
Transformers.
The,
You know, Transformers are canon in Star Trek. Sorry, Star Wars.
oh God, no! Please no. Keep-
Joking.
I don't.
Okay. Okay.
I don't have nothing wrong with Transformers. It's what Michael Bay did with them after Transformers 2. From 3 and onward, it's just all it's all trash.
We gave him a lot of leeway, and his runway was way longer than we expected, man.
Right. Right.
Um, I'm a big fan of the 1986 movie, but I don't I don't pretend that it is like legit a good movie. I think it is good camp.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
which is
You got
fantastic.
the power.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Anyways.
I've taken up enough of your time. Please, everybody, sound off with better ideas or other information about Godwin, because I think we got something.
I think that sounds really good what your theory was. Okay.
You
What
got the power.
you got the
Yeah.
touch. Ah. Yeah. Anyways, enough with the 80s.
Oh, I just
Later.
like Leonard Nimoy's voice though, just like and Unicron's voice, fantastic.
Oh, I loved Unicron, man. That used to be my gamer tag back on Xbox. Bum bum bum. Anyways, all right. So take it easy, man. We'll see you next time. Everybody,
See you next time.
that was Base Cannon. Base. He's base. He comes with it. What kind of power? The good power, the kind that makes you powerful. What's your pharaohs asked, what's your favorite Decepticon? Oh man, I should have asked Base. Base will probably tell you in the chat. My favorite Decepticon, I only like the Decepticons, was Starscream. Starscream was my favorite. When it came to G.I. Joe, Cobra Commander was my favorite. Yep. All right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, this man needs no introduction, but he's going to get one anyways. It's boss. Sauce, sir. The man from the island who's got too much time on the island. He's going to control the island one day. He's the man. He's the king of the island. That's why he's called the boss. Here we go. Welcome back, boss.
Hey, how's it going? This is my first time here.
It was. I'm glad. Thank you for joining the show. I've seen you in the chat for months, and I'm glad you finally got the courage to overcome your fear.
Yep, the bravest.
Yeah, getting rid of that public speaking fear. A lot of people have it. I have it.
Of course.
I have serious public speaking fear because sometimes I can't talk right. I say words that are wrong, and my vocabulary is kind
Me
of
too.
low, but it's okay. Right? Right, boss?
Yeah,
All right,
I
boss.
agree.
All right. So do you want to start with the question of the week or get into your TED talk?
What? What TED Talk? I'm only here for the weekly question.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
For you, sir. The weekly question. I have a special one for you, just for you. Yes, you did make it
What?
in time, Aneki Kapu. Yeah, you made it. I have a special one just for you. I've been holding in my pocket.
Damn,
All right.
cripple.
Yep. Because you're too smart when it comes to the lore, and so I have to.
Oh,
I'm
come
gonna
on.
start.
I'm not that good.
I'm gonna start giving you side questions. All right. So here it is. Here's your special question. Who is Ronnie's teacher?
Mm, I never heard that before. Huh, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Okay, okay. I think people want over many options, but have you considered that Rani's master is Rani herself back in time?
Oh God. Tell me.
I know what you think about time travel, but let's pretend it's good.
Okay, let's pretend. Oh my God.
What
Amazing.
time travel? That
Uh,
has never happened in fiction.
alchemy.
Never.
Anyways, tell me. Tell me, McFly. Tell me about this time
Okay, let
traveling.
me let me pretend you like it, and let me pretend it makes sense.
Okay.
Well, this happens after she becomes a god. She goes to a dark place in the cosmos, and dark means no time, so time doesn't apply to her anymore. So she could maybe go back in time and close the what would be the word?
The loop.
The loop. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that makes sense. God, I'm gonna ban you from
But
the
you
show.
know, time travel is silly. That's stupid.
That makes a lot of sense. That's not fair. Fuck.
I know. And you know what? I thought about it as a joke. Like, I'm just gonna give a throwaway question answer. Shit, that does make sense.
Damn. Damn. So she that.
It's
Oh man.
good
Okay.
work
That
if
that's
you
a
if you think hard enough.
yeah. No, I don't want to think that hard, man. I'm old. Ugh. That's a fantastic answer. I wonder if we'll get a better one tonight. Uh, that's a
There will
fantastic
be.
answer.
There's smarter people here.
Not that smart. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Yeah, very intelligent people. If anybody wants to join the Discord to get on the show, all you have to do is click on the link. Yes, there is a link somewhere. Somewhere, I think.
Somewhere.
There it is. There is the link. All right then. So tell me about. Damn,
My
that's a
thing.
good answer. Anyways, yeah. Tell me
It
about
is. It is.
tell me about your thing. What do you
Well,
got for us this week?
well, I didn't have anything, so I just put up something 15 minutes ago. It's something I would like to speak out.
Okay,
Uh, and you said that you can put a image on
I
stream
can.
for people to see.
I can. I can.
Well, while you get my image and you try to put it on screen, I think I can give a quick synopsis before
Uh
entering the rabbit hole.
okay.
I just sent you the image.
All right. I'll take it.
So,
Oh
my
my
people,
goodness. Okay.
let's talk about power, how it's generated, and how it shifts, and how it's harnessed, and what type is it, and what's the outcome of all things combined. I know it's that's a big one. Yeah, we're gonna talk about spirituality. We're gonna talk about vitality, Shinpi. Shout out to Rattle, and
Dang it.
we're gonna talk about color theory, warm colors, cool colors, electricity. But
Electricity.
we need to start from somewhere, right?
Okay. Okay.
And there's a lot to talk about, but I prefer my friend here, Inquisitor, to see the graphic and for you to see the graphic and for me to answer. And
All
of
right.
course,
Hold on, big dog. Hold
all,
on, big dog. Let me
like
let me
all of
get this
this
working.
like all of this is going to the Discord so we can talk about it furthermore
There we
because
go.
this is a lot.
All right. I think that right there will fit. How's that look, everybody? Okay. All right, go ahead. Now that I got it streaming as best as I can.
That's good. That's good. That's good enough.
Right there.
Well,
Boom.
what do you see that catches your eye that you can
The
ask me how it works?
it's a Venn diagram, right? So I don't know. Life equals afterlife. Is that what I'm seeing?
No, it's live, and the transition is death. In the and after death, there's afterlife, and I was pointing out that it was purple.
Uh-huh.
And if we are in the topic of purple, do you see something purple in the circles as well?
Oh, do I see something purple in the circles? Liquid energy. Water.
I think that's blue.
Oh shit, am I colorblind? God damn it. Ice
You could
lightning.
be colorblind.
Is it blue? I'm dead.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
they're
want to be
blue.
colorblind. I don't want to
I'm
be.
I'm
Yeah.
look a little bit up,
Uh
almost to the
the
top.
lightning is pink.
Lightning or purple.
Oh
It's
my god.
something in the scheme.
Hot
It's something
pink.
in the scheme of color.
Okay. It's
Why does lightning is purple? Do you know why?
because it's death lightning.
No, because that's the true color of lightning.
Oh, is it?
Is it? Well, I had a lot of investigation. I asked a few people, not that many. I don't know many people that talk about Elden Ring, but I gave this answer. Lightning normally is attached to a element. Dragons they have crucible or vitality lightning. That's why it's red. The Golden Order has gold lightning. Uh, the Dragonkin soldiers they have ice lightning because of their environment, but we
Uh-huh.
have never seen true lightning. And you could say it's purple because you trust me,
Okay, I
or you can
trust you.
say like boss, there's white lightning in the game.
Is there white
The
lightning?
meteoric the meteoric ore sword has white lightning.
Oh shit.
But I must remind you that that lightning scales up with arcane, so it enters into Rattle's topic of Shinpi and outside godly power that it's not holy. So and Godwin, God bless his soul, he reminded me that the recluse in Night Rain, she throws white lightning in one of her combos, and that white lightning is thrown with fire, holy, and lightning. So white lightning is not even pure lightning.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. I see
But
what you.
purple lightning, we know a character in Night Rain that throws lightning. That's the dragon guy, the night boss, Adel, Baron of Night. He's a electrical enemy, and he throws purple lightning. And you could say like boss, he could be something else, and that's why he throws lightning,
I mean, could it be
like purple
lightning?
lightning.
Could it be lightning infused with gravities?
And you know what? You're right. But you know what? Gravity magic is electrical. Let me get to that
Oh
place right
shit!
now.
I walked into that one. Tell me.
Yeah, yeah, I got you, buddy. Uh, well, gravity magic technically is electromagnetism because it has the electromagnetic sigil.
Uh-huh.
And I may know this out of my line of work, but heavily electrical fields create magnetism.
True.
And meteorites, they are mm, uh, electromagnetical, and when they hit the floor, they magnetize the floor. Obviously, this is a fantasy game, so I guess normal stone gets magnetized, not only metals. But yeah, gravity magic shouldn't be called gravity because it's not gravity, it's electromagnetism. So we can guess that true lightning is purple because the other side of the coin is purple as well. And the other lightnings are spies lightning out of something else. Or we can
Wow.
even say that electrical beings are space things too, because they have the electromagnetism slash lightning properties. I mean, Asian dragons being out of stone, Astels being out of stone,
Wow, bro.
that's the rabbit hole.
Wow.
That's a lot of things.
What you're bro.
And that's only one tip. We only spoke about two things,
Oh my
gravity
god.
and why the line is purple.
Are
We can go over many things here.
are you
It's terrifying.
God, this is just a tip of your of every. Oh wow. Okay, what's the rest?
Yeah, and
Is there some? Is there another
well,
image? You're blowing my
no,
mind.
no,
I
don't
mean,
worry.
you're looking deep into the darkness of the lore, bro. You're gonna end up like gouging your eyes out, and it
I'm the abyss. I'm gonna replace a giant chunk of my brain with glintstone. Like I'm going there.
like the Cenobites are gonna come to your house now. You're getting too deep, man. You're getting too deep. Hellraiser's gonna happen, and I'm scared for you,
Yeah,
man.
but I
This
think
is
I
really
can
good,
go.
by the way.
Oh yeah, thanks. But I think I can say some things and then go because we can like discuss it after. I don't want to take all night, but I think I have really cool things to say
Okay,
and maybe interesting for you. Well, I can tell you here that my water cycle it's in here
it
because it's
is.
the liquid energy. Because
Okay, liquid.
water is liquid, becomes solid with crystallization. You break the crystal and becomes spiritual wind. So wind is in that family of my water cycle. So it's just energy in the air. That's why it's gray because it's a cold color, and cold colors are spiritual in the
Wow,
color theory.
wow.
And I think I can finish off with the combination of everything.
All right, tell me.
Why these civilizations they want to use power. That's why the Nox they use water, hydraulic power. Like all those dams you go underground, those dams created electricity. And my
Oh
theory goes
shit.
that they don't have the heat of the sun. That's why their electrical powers are cold because they
Ice
don't have the
lightning.
other half of their energies.
Damn.
Or why the Hornsent well, I think we can go for the Hornsent thing
Tell me.
before finishing up. Do you remember the Spirit Springs in the DLC that has piles of rock
Yes, sir.
of rocks on
Yes.
top of it? Well, I imagine the Hornsent did those piles of rocks, maybe to harness the Spirit Spring, maybe. But what can I say? What would you do if I tell you that Inner Ilum is that on a giant scale? It's a pile of rocks. It's a something built upon a giant spirit spring
Holy
to
shit.
har- and that fits with my theory that Inner Ilum is a giant converter of energy, and shaman are not the source of power. They are conductors inside of the tower to refine that energy into the divine energy. That would be if the euphoria fits my theory that the Euphoria, the weapon, the Twin Blade, is a
Right.
mini version of Inner Ilum.
Wow. You're wow. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah,
You're blowing my mind. You
and,
said, "Oh my god." Okay, go ahead. Finish.
and we can go that dragons are like full vitality side because they have heat, they have red lining. Some of them are red with the ice dragons.
Uh,
Being red.
wow. Right?
So they go full. to the left, they go full
Wait.
red.
The okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, don't worry. And yeah, and this graphic, this is incomplete. It could be not true, but I have not put like fire types because we have Ghost Flame being spiritual fire, and the fire giants, they are red too. Like they want to harness the thermal energy of vitality. Or Rao being water based as well. They want to refine the water. They want the spirits in the stones. They power their golems with fire, with vitality. But not everyone gets the tree way of energies. But you know who got the tree way?
Who?
The Horsen, because they got inner Ilum. And let me tell you this as well before entering inner Ilum.
Okay.
Pharmasula, they do power harnessing as well. I have an image that I will upload later. But do you remember how it looked like Placidusac's room being like a giant plate?
Plus, yes, like a giant satellite.
Yeah. What if I tell you that's like a giant solar panel
Shut up.
harnessing the sun?
What?
It's like greenish, and they have the little squares, and the
Oh
warming stone
God.
exists, being stone
Damn.
capable to harness power and heat.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, and basically the storm over there is just a giant spirit spring coming out of the water, and that's just raw spiritual
Hold,
power going
hold,
around
hold on,
from
boss. Hold
Azul
on.
as well.
Hold on, boss. You're getting
Yeah,
static.
don't worry.
Let me bring you in and bring you back out. All right. How you doing?
Yep. Do I sound better?
Okay, I think you
Do I
do.
sound better?
Because even I was hearing it.
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
The CIA
But
is
yeah,
listening.
yeah. They don't
Miyazaki's
want me.
listening. Oh my God.
But yeah, I think I want to cut this short because I could be all night here. Like we can dissect this thing a lot, and I don't even have the fire in this graphic.
Yeah.
And many other things. I don't have all elements, but it has a lot of possibilities, and we can work around it. And this is basically my foundation going forward, because
Okay.
I like basically this is the first law of thermodynamics. Like
Right.
power is not this energy is not destroyed; it's transformed. So they shift and they refine it. But
Right.
yeah, I will leave with this. Do you know the combination of all light is white, and that's the center of my thing. And that's what Mikla uses because he got to the raw power that they harnessed in Inner Ilum.
Oh,
And let
really?
me remind you, actually, Rattle told me this, bless his soul. And he said to me that Mikla's circlet levels up, like gives you more faith,
Right.
intelligence,
Right.
and arcane. And
Does,
that actually fits with the three types of energies that I have in this graphic. So that makes white light, and that powers white light because Mikla got the power to use the three-way power.
oh man. Oh
And of
man.
course, I'm not an expert to go through Shinpi, the third power, and how it's a miscellaneous divine element of other gods, or how it works, because that's not my expertise. That will be for him.
Wow.
That's his baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Bro, this is crazy stuff. I like it.
It's like it's mind spinning if you look too much into it.
I believe it. I'm going to get a
But
headache just
yeah,
looking at this purple and wondering if I'm seeing purple or pink. It looks hot pink to me, man. You might be colorblind, not me.
are you sure?
I just
This
got
is
my.
the situation of the white dress and the blue dress.
I have no idea. I don't know. What does that mean? Is that like 6'7"? And my kids say that. I have no idea what that means either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's
It's
all I
hot pink.
wanted to say. We can discuss it this further. I will post my notes on the Discord. I'm gonna leave all of this in Discord. Whoever wants me to get through me, they will just write me up.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But yeah,
report you to
this
the
is.
CIA.
I feel. Oh yeah, and as well, I would like to cite a lot of people.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
had a note, but I can basically say all of the classics and Not Godwin, Anakipu, Sirius Moonlight, Yourself,
Me?
Silent Elipis, Emerald Gecko, and that's from the top of my head. But I have a lot of people because we are Elden Ring consumers, and all these ideas. Oh yeah, and Hacksaw, he was the guy who I saw the color theory.
Uh-huh.
So this is based on his findings, but yeah, I mean this is not my theory. This is the theory of everyone, if you see it somewhat. I mean,
So
I just applying real life thermodynamics and color theories. Like I did not invent anything, but I just wanted to put it on a corner, well built, for everyone to see.
that's amazing. Good job, bro. I wish I could come up with stuff like this, but my shit's stupid. Oh, worms, aliens. But you're like coming like real science stuff, like stuff like above my head. I don't even know.
Oh no, don't worry. I mean I like your things, and I maybe go with calmer things going forward. I just wanted to make my element foundation. Like this has been brewing since the water theory,
Let,
and this
let,
is the culmination of it.
let me ask you a question just before you leave. You know, you can
Yeah,
keep it.
sure.
You can keep the answer
Hit
short.
me up.
Where? What inspired this? Were you just like sitting in the dark, like Cannon was, and was like, "Shit, I'm gonna put everything together."
Well, I actually have. Well, I'm not that smart nor that sharp, but I like to get the logic out of things. Like I said, like why do why do animals get eaten? They die. They element the plants, and plants are food of other animals, and that's like a cycle. Or why the water has a cycle? Like why in the end the water turns into spirit air, like wind. Like this
Uh-huh.
that has a function, and I just got the red lines on the board and tried to make something out of it. Maybe George and Miyazaki didn't even think of this, or they didn't think about electromagnetism being electrical and everything electrical being from space. But
I have no idea, bro. You're
but
blowing my
I'm just
mind.
thinking about it.
All right, cool. It's a great. It's a great concept. I love it. I also loved your answer for the question of the week. That Ronnie is
It's
her
herself.
own.
It's
Is her
her master.
fuck? That's such a good answer.
And Rena
Ugh,
never existed.
I hate that
So she made
answer.
a puppet out of the puppet.
Ugh, I hate that answer because it's so fucking good.
It's Back
Damn.
to the Future type shit.
Yep. Just like saying Marty McFly is his own father. Ugh. Anyways,
What?
because we all know what happened in that high school dance. Anyways,
We don't talk about it.
we don't talk about it. Anyways, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah,
Thanks to you. You're my outlet because
you,
I'm no YouTuber.
not yet. I'm still gonna try to
What?
convince you.
No, no.
It would be great, but because think about it, man. Is there any lore tuber that speaks Spanish and English that's bilingual? I can't think of one. Of one, you
Well,
would have the market. You would be the next Viti Vatia. You would be Boss Satya, the
Batsy
best,
video.
whatever his name is. You know,
Oh,
you would be the
oh
next
no.
one,
Well,
the leader.
thanks for seeing potential in me. There's no potential in me. I'm just a guy who
Yeah,
works a normal job. I'm
same.
not a super brain, but you know,
Big. Oh
thanks for
yeah,
the compliments.
you're
But
welcome,
yeah,
sir.
I'm off, and I will let people talk their piece. I just hijack a little the
Yeah,
show.
thank you. I appreciate it, man. All right, we'll see you next time. And make sure you put all
Oh,
this stuff is gonna be in the Discord, right?
Yeah, it's going right now.
All right then. All right. Later, man.
Yeah, goodbye.
All right, everybody. Isn't that amazing? Amazing. I don't even know if I'm set up right anymore on because I had to adjust things. Ugh. Damn 48-inch screen. I don't even know what to do now. Oh well. We're just gonna leave it like that for now. Uh what an amazing theory. We've heard some more amazing thoughts here, ladies and gentlemen, on the open mic Elden Ring lore discussion. Every Saturday, Friday for me, but every Saturday, I look forward to it. I look forward to hearing everybody's ideas. Welcome back, McMike. Welcome back, James. Welcome back, Godwin. Welcome back. Let's see who else. Anna Nikapu. Welcome back. Cayman, welcome back. Welcome back. Yep. Yeah. Isn't this great? This is great stuff. All right, so let's see. We have one more caller, and then I guess after that, we'll let Jackal go for as long as he wants because we don't have another caller. If you want to call in, all you have to do is join the roundtable. After that, after he gets done, we'll just play some Elden Ring and talk about lore. So the first hour, by the way, is already gone. I closed my eyes just for a moment, and life flew by and left me behind. That's what it is. All right. Jackal, welcome. Here we go. Jackal, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show, Jackal.
Hello.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. Doing great time today.
Yeah. What do you think of the these theories so far, man?
I'm Boss's water okay. Boss has established the water cycle and has made a living theory from, I guess you could say, the ocean up from there. Um what was the
His lightning one, the Venn diagram with everything.
Yeah, I was also considering the use of I was considering the because okay, so purple lightning is mostly associated with gravity magic, or as he was describing, the magic in the electromagnetic field.
Uh-huh.
I think the two are technically correlated. It's been a while since that level of physics, but I think the reason gravity and magnets work the way they do is because of our planet's rotation. But the
Yeah.
it's not just limited to that, however, unless you want to rethink who Adele is. Um, Adele being the big uh, sideways mouth dragon from Night Rain. He
Oh, okay.
uses purple lightning as well,
He does.
but he doesn't use it to use gravity magic. He uses it in much the similar way as the Godwin's Death Knights use it.
Uh-huh.
And to like move at blistering speed while at the same time leaving a trail of lightning around you.
Hmm.
What kind of plasma exists within a vacuum?
I have no idea.
The sun.
Oh, I guess the sun is right.
You know, that actually makes a good point. If the sun is technically like space lightning, and if Godwin is the sun and uses lightning, there you
I
go.
I don't know. That's beyond me. That's beyond me. That's beyond me. I'm not even gonna lie. Well, Jackal,
Yes.
do you want to start with the question of the week or jump into whatever you want?
Question of the week. Lay it
All right.
on me.
All right. So this question was made specifically for you.
Oh, I'm so honored.
I was told to write this question just for you. And, I'm accommodating sometimes. So I was like, okay. So just for you,
I
Jackal.
still haven't got my rations though, so
You don't
we'll see
deserve them
about
yet.
accommodations.
Well, if we ever free Moog from the Illuminates, you'll get rations. All
Oh,
right. Here we go. Question for you. Who is Rani's teacher?
I believe it was a woman named Rena, which is like easy answer, but of course there's more to it than that. Um, I was kind of a little, I was kind of like phasing in and out when the others were describing their uh, answers, but I was thinking of a different approach. I couldn't remember who made this video, but they were talking about um, Rena and who she might have been and what her story might have been about. Um, that she might have originally been one of the what was it called? Astrologers from the mountaintops of the giant. Um, in the same, probably from the same village as Aurelia and her sister, the jellyfish spirits. We reunite.
Hmm.
Um, and of course, we understand that the fire giants, were considered their neighbors, probably from a pact that extend all the way back in when Rahl was a mighty civilization. Um, but there was also I remember there was a bit about when Rena might have had a secret affair with what were they called?
What?
The you know those guys at the mountaintops that have the ice magic? I can't remember what their names were.
The Zamor?
Yeah, there we go. Zamor. Um, it was describing about like she might have ran away with a Zamor and how it might have like gone against family tradition because the Zamor and the fire giants were also enemies. So
This sounds like a
that
novella.
might,
I'm in.
yeah, and it might also explain why Rena's tower is in Liurnia and probably not in the mountaintops. She had to run away.
Oh. Oh. Forbidden
But
love.
there's also, of course, there's also like a deep line between the Carians and the astrologers as well. In fact, a lot of astrologers came down from the mountaintops. Um, and either nestled in like Gelmir, Liurnia, even in Kaled. Um, uh, something I'm not sure why. I mean, it might have been like due to escaping a cataclysm, but um, one way or another, we just have sorcerers in swampy places.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
I love the
Plus,
I love
there's
this.
the
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
plus not if you complete the Carrion Manor and then just leave through around the side of the Three Sisters to go up to the rune-strewn precipice, um, you come across a beetle that holds uh, the it's the Ash of War that you swipe your sword and there's like a cold mist that comes from it, and then your sword does ice damage.
Hmm. Yeah.
And it probably makes sense that if Rena ran away with a Knight of Zamor, and she might have learned how to control ice magic. She was also like one of the main influences in making sure Ronnie has an affiliation with the Dark Moon, a moon that is known for its coldness. Um, not, I'm unsure as to how the ancient astrologers might have um, came into any kind of accord with the moon during that time, but it certainly did happen by the time the Carians reached the lands of Liurnia, because they have a whole plateau dedicated to where two moons rest. But
Okay.
it may be possible that moons might be able to just choose where they want to, have domain over. because they do seem to travel quite freely.
I like this. But I'll tell you honestly, man, what I like most about this answer is the affair stuff, the running away, falling in love, the whole being exiled, forbidden love thing. Uh, I'm sorry, man.
I understand that too.
I've been completely distracted. I'm not even gonna lie, by the entire concept of a forbidden love and about random, because that's what I loved. I don't want to get on a tangent, but just real quick, that's what I loved about the idea about Mesmer and Renala. Anyways, uh,
Yeah,
sorry, Dan.
there's like it's almost an inverse between the stars and flame. Like if you were to like retranslate those words, the flame could also represent the sun, and the stars also various tiny little suns. They were all stars together. And so a single star having an affair with the moon is like a detraction of like eons of tradition.
Right.
So like, there's it's like not just pissing off mom and dad for running away, but you're also pissing off like the entire Greek pantheon.
Yeah. Hmm.
Actually, I think that was a legend. I don't know off the top of my head. There might have been one where a mortal woman ran away with some it was an outsider. It's a tangent, but anyway.
Anyways,
Um,
so
yeah, Ronnie's teacher, Rena, was a runaway.
run away and in love.
Ren-
So what do you got for us this week, man?
Nothing solid, but I am working on a theory about the mechanics of gameplay and why how I think how they think they might have like worked in how the stats affected damage totals before they designed weapons for it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like they worked on the combat mechanics first before designing weapons and like what they should do. Mostly because so moments I've been like alternating between my faith and intelligence build.
Yeah.
The intelligence build is pretty effective when it comes to not only using somber weapons or weapons you need somber stones for, but just converting any other weapon into a competent fighting style is easy with using cold affinities, mostly because cold works in the same capacity that like arcane with bleed and poison builds do. They just equally retain damage. They equally retain damage numbers from their respective sources with the
Ah.
addition of intelligence, and still just making a competent weapon for any situation.
Okay.
It is not that simple with faith builds.
I believe that. And this. So what are you? How are you testing all of this, or what are you looking into to make this idea
What
work?
do you want to know my method?
I mean, is it really complicated? Am I going to understand, or is it something?
I mean, okay, I'm attempting to. So I'm doing it this way.
Uh-huh.
There's the strength and dexterity build, right?
Right.
Aside from, I've the the primary strength number I've already gotten to is like I think 56 or 57, and
Right.
there is equipment I'm wearing that put me probably all the way to past 70.
Okay.
The same could be said in the inverse of my dex build. Same building style, same numbers in the same places, but the inversion is strength and dexterity. Um, the intelligence, faith, and arcane build are like an equal parts quality and their respective special stat.
Mm.
So, um, it'll be like 30-30 strength dex for each character, and then the other 40-40 and 40 for the others. But
Yeah.
for faith builds, if you're going to use holy or flame art affinity, then you're a lot better off just like pumping into faith.
Right.
Um, not exactly but it's not as efficient if you're using somber weapons, because they also have stats that may draw more from strength or dexterity. Far more easier if you balance that out,
Yeah.
which also um, leans into why the mechanics are that you can't use faith in any type of what's the phrase, equilibrium pull, like in the same sense that cold and poison and bleed do, how they have like equal distribution. The only way that works is if you're using the somber weapons,
Mm.
because they have different values just set in.
Sounds very complicated. I'm confused.
It's
Yeah. Well, are you gonna make a video about this, or are you gonna write this up somewhere, or?
I can put it in the backlog. There's other things I'm trying to cook up first, and time is hard to go through.
Right. I understand.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, is there anything else you would like to let us know, or?
Well, if anyone has any questions at this moment, I can answer. But let's see. Uh, I can't say I have anything pressing at the moment.
All right then. Well, I guess we'll let you go, my friend, and
Alrighty.
we'll catch you next week, bro. Pop, 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 pop.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see you
Heard Jack of the
on
Mimic might
Twitch.
want to join in.
He might. I saw him join the queue, but he's gone now, so he might come back. We'll see what happens.
Alrighty.
All right then, man. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
All right. Bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the queue's open, and Not Godwin joined the queue. All right, Not Godwin, here he comes. Whoop whoop. Not Godwin. Not. Are you there?
Hi.
Welcome back, Godwin. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's life for you, man?
Oh, it's speeding along at the usual pace, whether I like it or not.
Nice. Do you want to answer the question of the week or jump into something?
Yeah, I always like to get that out of the way first.
All right. The question of the week for you, Godwin, is who is Ronnie's teacher?
I think it's either Rena the Snowy Crone or Ymir himself. I know that seems like the most boring answer possible, but to spice it up, I think Ronnie herself is Rena, not so much as a misnomer or kind of like a secret identity sort of way, more of in a weird, messed up holy trinity that keeps reoccurring in Elden Ring, like with Sirash, Horlu, Godfrey, Moog, Radon, Mikola, and other examples like Marika, Radagon, and the Elden Beast.
Really?
I think, I think Ronnie is a holy trinity in herself. Like, there's the doll, there's Ronnie's spirit, but then I think the doll is actually built around a corpse. Like, it's actually built around someone's bones.
Oh, wow.
Which might include the third person. Like, the third person in the mix who's kind of just forgotten.
Oh, wow. Okay. Like the bones like we see in, what's her name? What's her name's in Night Rain? Inside her puppet form or whatever.
Yes. If this is like how traditionally they're made, that's messed up. They give them to children. Like, we're just slapping on ceramics and rope to skeletons and giving them back to children as dolls. That'd be horrifying. But
interesting.
I think that might be the case because of how Ronnie's doll is constructed. Like, I'm not sure if it's rope all the way through, but if it does involve some sort of blue corpse wax or some sort of third bodily component into the doll itself, I think that would be much more interesting.
Wow.
I also wanted to bring up the whole mentality of cold stuff in general.
All right. I'm listening.
I think the ice element has a lot to do with removing yourself from politics and just being a recluse, like just being a hermit, escaping away from the world, which I feel really ties into Ronnie's ending. By the way, I wanted to jump in just to keep the chair warm for Jack in case he wanted to come back. So like Ronnie leaves either way, like depending on which translation, it's for different reasons. But the truth is she's taking the Elden Ring and leaving the world to its own devices. And I feel like this is tying into the asceticism part of Elden Ring, this whole holy part of going out into the wild, finding your own sort of holy revelation, or sometimes even your own god. And the cold part is not coming back to the world. It's finding out that you're better off without the world, and it's this cold indifference to the world's sufferings and the world's problems.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
I think this kind of ties in with Calico. I know that's more of a Night Rain thing. I'll talk about the Zamor instead. The Zamor kind of are... I'm not sure if they're isolationist. I know that we tie them to Radigan because the boss version gives you the seal, the source seal of Radigan, I think. Or maybe it's the scar seal. Anyway, I think it's... The Zamor are tied to ice because of their outpost is so far away from civilization. Like, even look at Castle Sol, where the ice rind hatchet, that ice dragon scale hatchet, comes from Castle Sol, and it's pretty much out on the borders, very removed from civilization, and kind of uncaring to what happens in the south, which is also a big theme for like Game of Thrones and how the North hate everyone in the South.
Oh, that is true. That is true. I never thought about that. I need to start thinking more about this game and stuff, because apparently I'm not thinking about a lot of things, and everybody here is like this. Man, like thinking machines. Yo, like a think tank about lore. Man.
Well, you are too, for sure. I found this common theme of emotional warmth and emotional coldness during that whole video on Night Rain, because it was a bigger leap than I thought. Like how heat interacts, like Boss was saying, like how thermodynamics does play into not just other things, but how the soul may actually work. Even Scum Mage Infa even had this wonderful idea of how soul transfer kind of interacts the same way as like nuclear fission or fusion does, where like something like a little byproduct is always shunted off. I think I mentioned this before, like all these split personality things that I talked about in my first video, how like I think bloodshed and a split duties or like a deep inner conflict creates the spirit to break, and your mind and your spirit goes north and south, and you actually may create another version of you because you've become a broken person.
Oh, wow. Interesting, man. That I'm gonna have to think about that. Man, that's above me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't even know that much about the whole nuclear fission and fusion thing either.
Well, is there anything else? Because there's cannons back in the queue.
Oh sure. No, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, that was everything.
All right then, man. Well, you don't have anything coming up Any new videos or anything? Any announcements?
Oh,
You
yeah.
want to give a shout out?
Yeah, I do. I'm working on a video on the Dancing Lion with Nekipu and Serious Moonlight. That's going to be really
Nice.
well done.
Nice. I look forward to it, man. Look forward to it.
I'm glad. Thanks so much.
No problem. Everybody go check out Not Godwin's channel, yo. All right, then. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks. See you.
Later, man. Not Godwin on YouTube, everybody. All right, looks like we have Base Serpent. Jack was in queue. I don't know what happened to him. Jack, if you come back, we'll take your call as soon as you come back, man. Let's see. Base is back. Base, you're back? Or did you join the wrong queue channel? Oh, Base. He may not be here. He might be
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. I just had one idea. We were talking about Rena, the witch.
Okay.
So I guess it's 1.5 ideas. I don't think Emir makes a good candidate because the way Emir's disciples are, they're very cultish, and Ronnie's very independent, which doesn't add up to me. Like, if Emir seems to want this kind of cultish devotion out of them, that he does by supporting them and then like controlling them. So that doesn't add up to me with how Ronnie behaves.
Okay.
But we have this open question of who Selen is. There's one person who refers to her as a carrion weed, which could mean that she's an offsprout from somebody else. But it could mean that he doesn't like her, but she's part of the family. Because if Renala has another sister who is also at that's the other thing about it. Selen seems to know Renala. Like, obviously they go to the same school, right?
Right.
But she is, the way that she teaches is also very cold and distant in the same way we see Ronnie doing, and she doesn't seem to trust anybody. I think that Ronnie would have been introduced to her moon by her mother, because that's very much a symbol of like we talk about a logical aesthetic divinity, which is what Ronnie is after. Like, and how that aligns with Selen's view of the whole thing, where she's like, we can achieve divinity. We don't need anything but our own wits to do it. And this is how we do it. Like, she's wrong, but she has the same idea. So I wonder if that is, and like, we also see the technology that Selen uses. So like, Celovus has his own rise. Probably doesn't. That's probably one of the sister rises, and he's renamed it after himself.
Right.
But
right.
he also has the puppet technology, which we also know Selen uses, because she has the person we meet. Both of the bodies of hers we meet are basically puppets. They are a little bit more than puppets because they seem to be more real. But if you take her mask off, she's got the carrion black hair. She looks like another carrion. I think that the idea that we had she's changed her name for the sake of this illusion to infiltrate the school and do all this stuff totally makes sense. But when she's teaching Ronnie, she is telling her true name. Rena. We have Rena and Renala and Rolana, and those were the three.
Yeah. I mean, that's entirely possible. I mean, I've always thought that Selen was a Karian of some type, but never it never crossed my mind that she was Rena. I mean, I would have to think about it. I'd have to smoke on that one.
I just think it's an interesting idea. I think that I don't know if it's more likely than anybody else, but I like that as a solution to why, because like, gosh, what's the giant's name?
EG.
EG. Why does EG not like her? EG doesn't care about the politics of the school, and everything we know about her has to do with the politics of the school.
That's true. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. Yeah. That's wow. Okay. I always thought, okay. All right. I always thought Selen was just one-dimensional character, but yeah, I guess if you look at it that way, she's wow. Okay. Another great concept to contemplate. Wow. Okay.
While we have Annie in the audience, we should bully her into getting in here and saying some cool shit.
Oh, well, yeah. Everybody press 1 in the chat if you want to see Annie Nekapu in the if you think she should call in. I think it would be great for her to call in and answer this question of the week.
She's always got cool ideas, so I'd love to hear from her.
All right, yeah, we'll see. Everybody press 1 if you're hoping in your hearts of hearts, in your deep hearts, if Annie Nikapu should call in one day or call in now, soon. Look at that. Pressure? No pressure. Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right. Then. All right.
So with all of this information that you've heard today, who do you think is the third sister of the Karian royal family? You've heard all the arguments. Where are you sitting?
As for the third sister, I'm going to say Rena, but out of everything that I've heard tonight, I'm gonna go with Boss's answer that Ronnie taught herself when she became a god and went outside of time or wherever she went. She was able to go back in time and instruct herself. So she always it's like oh my god, it's like a loop. Just like Night Rain is. I love that idea. Right. I think that's crazy good. I'm sorry. Yeah. I is that a hill that I'm going to die on? Yes. I'm going to die on that hill because it's too good for
the hill. Time traveling Ronnie.
Yeah. And I hate time traveling. I hate it. But that just sounds, it's Ronnie. I give her all the leeway she wants. Anything for her. Ugh.
One thing that's super weird. How come Ronnie turns into she leaves her body, ends up with a little doll. We pick up the little doll, carry it through the underground, and then we go to the plateau, and she's already there with her normal body. How come that?
Because she already knows. She already knows where she needs to tell Blythe to move her bodies to, for her to because she's already a god. She's already lived it once, right? So she's right.
That's why Blythe went crazy. He kept getting time traveling Ronnie's orders.
Right, and it's like contradicting what he thinks should be happening, but it's like. But you know what? Let me just say this: if Ronnie is a time traveling, then she should be able to figure out how to make E.G. Sullivan or E.G. and Blythe live. That's my opinion. Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, Annie Nikapu has joined the queue. Is there anything else, sir, that you would like to discuss?
No, sir. No, sir. Right, just a random idea I had.
I appreciate it. All right, so I'll let you go, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Take it easy, man. Bye. All right, Jack, if you're out there, if you're still listening, make sure you come back, please. All right, so Annie Nekapu is here, everybody. And she needs no introduction, but we'll give her one anyways. The number one YouTuber when it comes to Discord or Elden Ring discourse and lore. Here she is. Everybody press 2 if to do the clap sign or whatever for her. So she's not nervous. Because I imagine she might be. You are nervous. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous.
No.
It's just me, a golden inquisitor, and I'm a nobody. I'm just a man in a silver mask.
In the golden mask.
Okay, a golden if you want. Oh, it is golden in the picture. Oh, my bad. It is. I forgot that I made that picture. My bad.
All right. Well, you'll summon me.
Would you like to answer the question of the week?
I personally do not have a formed opinion on the question of the week, which is why I wanted to hear what other people had to say so I can farm ideas for my opinion. But kind of elaborating on the previous answer that we got, I do really kind of...
Wait.
Sorry, yeah.
Wait,
sorry.
Before you answer, let me ask you. Question of the week. And ladies and gentlemen who are listening now and in the future, this question is from Aninikipu right here. She's going to answer her own question. And that question is, who is Ronnie's teacher? Go ahead.
All right. So I do find it is very sussy that Ronnie names herself Rena, which does seem to be a short version of her own mother's name. And to elaborate on that, we know that Ronnie met her moon while she was like walking with her own mother, which kind of solidifies the fact that her mom can be her kind of like guide in, I don't know, witching ways. Aside from that, I think it is interesting to think that the clothes that we see on the doll don't really, like, they were not made for the doll. We know that they belonged to the witch. And Renala herself, yeah, we see her in the academy clothes, but really, if she also was a witch, and we know she was, what would she wear? And I think that maybe Ronnie is dressed in the clothes of her own mother. I would also even go as far as to say that Renala in the academy, I forget is it called, like, library or whatever she's sitting.
Yeah.
She does seem to be, to an extent, not herself. She is like lost in a way, and what we see, like Ronnie, and there's like a second face glowing around her. Can it be her mom's aura? I don't know. Protecting her, guiding her spiritually. To just throw a detail on top, Ronnie also gives us lone wolf ashes, right? I think that's how they're called. And they are something her own mother summons during the fight with her. So there are a lot of just like smaller clues that may or may not point to the fact that Renala can be her teacher.
Okay, I can see that.
Yep.
That's a good answer. I like that. What do you?
But yeah, I do have something else to bring up.
Okay, tell me.
I think I brought it up in a conversation with someone recently, which made me like really think about it. You know how the word puppet in the game is mostly reserved to let's say it in like a correct way, so it's allowed for YouTube. They are mostly deceased people.
For dead
that
people?
Have been, yeah, they like puppets are kind of like emptied bodies that then can be summoned and used. So this word is specifically used for this concept. And Celavis, when he suggests that we give Ronnie the potion, he says that through this act we might get like the best puppet ever created, and specifically puppet again. So
Right.
I wonder why, and this may be also like connected to what Not Godwin kind of implied in his answer. The other kind of like mechanical dolls that we see on Karian territories, they're called marionettes, and they have 4 arms,
Mm-hmm.
I think, but there's a different word used for them. They're marionettes. So
Right.
why is Ronnie's puppet a puppet and not a marionette if she also has 4 arms and she is like what is it called, like not a live object?
Right.
So I think it might be a small detail that may or may not point out to the fact that maybe is something weird with that doll. Some sort of like,
Interesting.
yeah, maybe she is some sort of a not an amulet. There's a way to say it. I forgot what it's called, but basically when there's like a piece of a person. I don't know. I know that
Oh,
like
okay, I see what you mean.
Perch has it. You know,
A
like when
relic?
they, yeah, a relic. Yeah, and then they put the relic into like, oh, you're right. You're 100% right. It's a reliquarium. That's the word for it. So yeah, that's what I thought recently and wanted to express.
That's interesting. I think when you were, the reason there might be a name difference between Ronnie's puppet and the marionettes is because not just because of the forearms or whatever, but the marionettes are like kind of, they don't look human, sort of. They don't have faces. They just wear armor. They're made for combat, right? So that might be a reason why they call them marionettes. And since Ronnie's doll form or whatever is based off the body of Rena or whatever, and it's not made for combat or anything, it's made to just look sit pretty and in the corner or whatever. That might be why it's called a puppet, or you know what I mean. I'm not sure if that makes sense. One's for like close combat, and the other one's not. One's for like special occasions or whatever.
Maybe, I don't know. I like my theory more. It's more interesting.
It is what can I say, right? I like your relic idea about keeping. That's what makes the puppet special, and perhaps like Godwin said, and that we see in Night Rain, is that these puppets have bones in them, and maybe the body of Rena, if it is made after her, is inside that marionette or inside that puppet. That could highly plausibly be possible. I like that idea. Another thing that you were talking about is the potion from Celavis about giving it to Ronnie and having the most divine or the best puppet that ever was. And I'd never thought about it until you brought it up, but perhaps that potion isn't to take Ronnie as a puppet because she's already dead. She's just a spirit, right? And he wants the puppet. Perhaps the potion, that if she ingests it or whatever, will kick Ronnie out and then leave the puppet empty. And then whoever's controlling Celavis will have the best puppet ever made for themselves, and they can put themselves into it, or put their primordial glintstone that houses their soul into it, and then they will be, pinnacle of puppetry or whatever. Maybe, I don't know.
I love your idea. I think it is very believable, because what can be the reason he wants the puppet? Obviously, the only thing the potion like that can do is remove spirit from body to empty the body. So then why does he want empty doll? Is either to like reverse engineer the doll to learn how to make these dolls, but he has an entire cellar full of dolls. So obviously he's researching something for some gloomy personal purposes.
Yeah, and probably just to be immortal, just like Selen is, or kind of is, until she turns into a basketball. I think I
Which is
also
sort of
think,
immortal. I don't know.
yeah, I guess
Not bad.
but I mean, who would want to live like that forever? I mean,
No, press 1 in chat if you want to be a baseball forever.
don't press 1, don't press 2 if you for a football. When I saw that ending, I was completely destroyed. I was like, man, because I was like, Selen's, she's awesome, and then she's like a baseball, and I was like, nah, bro, I should have killed her. And now from this point on, I always kill her to prevent her from becoming that monstrosity, to save her in a sense.
So you would not love Selen if she was a worm, right? You'd rather kill her.
Fuck no. Yeah, I would save her from herself. It's kind of like I'm Saint Trina. You know what I'm saying? I'm saving Selen or Mikla from themselves. That's why, kill Selen. Yeah, it's just like that. I can't stand to see somebody I love destroy themselves if I already know the outcome.
You sure take a lot on yourself.
Right? Well, that's why that's what I do.
Yeah, I mean, Inquisition.
Exactly.
Is for a reason.
Right? I mean, it is what it's a hard life. I'll tell you what. This is why I'm alone. It's so lonely at the top of Olympus. But what are you going to do? Well, is there anything else that you would like to discuss? You got 10 minutes.
No, I'm fine. I got summoned here unexpectedly, and I guess I have said all I had to say, and even more.
You don't have any announcements? You don't want to give a shout out to your channel or anything? Give a shout out to your channel. Give a shout out.
I'm feeling, I just have this urge to be contrarian all the time, so now I don't want to, never click on a Nekipu on YouTube. Do not go looking up a Nekipu on YouTube. I repeat, it's ANNEKKI on YouTube. Do not look it up.
That's right. And never say it correctly. You're welcome. You're always welcome to come and chit chat, and whenever.
Sure.
All right then. Take it easy. Have a safe night. Everybody, that was Aneki Poo. Make sure you check her out, or don't. By her wishes. Never want to upset anybody. But hey, check her out. Good videos there. Let's see. We got 9 minutes. 9 minutes. We'll it's funny that she brought up the idea of the puppets, because that was something I wanted to talk about if there was going to be no more callers. And the idea of the puppet thing is actually very interesting to me, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense either to me. And I know I talked about it, or as a group we talked about it on the Inquisition Radio Live podcast, and man, there is just so much to this game that we just don't know, right? And it's mind-boggling, and I fear sometimes that I fear for this. I use the word, I'm not really scared, but I fear that sometimes I'm not looking deep enough, and I fear that I'm looking too deep when it comes to lore theories. Because I have to consider, this is one thing when I make a theory or come up with a video or whatever, or even on streams, it's one thing I always have to consider is, did FromSoft, did me or George R. R. Martin consider what I'm about to put together? Did they consider it when they were making this game? Is it part of their plan? Because it's fun to make theories, but for me, I really want to, and I've discussed this with Rattle and Nostal and everybody in the Inquisition that joins the voice chat. I really want to find the truth and make the truth, but not go so far deep that it would never something that ever crossed their mind. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Welcome back, Jess McBless. He says, Ronnie prefers to be a literal puppet rather than a metaphorical one. That's pretty meta, I would say. Because, yeah, I mean that's a meta concept. I think she'd rather not be a video game character. She'd rather be a video game character than be a puppet for somebody else. That's why she's an NPC, I guess. Because if I don't know, if our characters are puppets, I suppose you could say, in a meta way. I don't know. It's crazy. Well, let's see. Well, it's 6 minutes. We can call it early, I guess. Or shall we see if Jack will show up? Should we see if Jack shows up in 6 minutes? I'll wait. I'll wait 6 minutes. I'll wait. He may be busy in real life. Why can't Ronnie put Kale to sleep? Oh, why can Ronnie put Kale to sleep? That's a good question. I would say that Ronnie probably has sleep potions or sleep pots. Justment Blex says, I meant like a puppet to the two fingers as an Empyrean. Well, that too. And probably a puppet to Godwin because if you become the vessel for the Elden Ring, a vision's vessel, being a vessel, you have no control, right? That's why you need an Elden Lord. So she probably didn't want to be a vessel to Godwin. That's why she killed him. And because really, you could have killed any other demigod, especially the Omen twins. Nobody liked the Omen twins. Why Godwin over the Omen twins? Right? Why the number one Bay? Because she didn't want to be a puppet to him either. She was a strong, independent, age of plenty woman. Rattle says, everybody put your summon signs down. Your pharaohs. Boss says your pharaoh should join the call. You got 4 minutes to decide. Time's ticking, tick tock. Justment Bless says Ronnie has many links to Saint Trina. She does, and to Mikla as well. So if Mikla and Saint Trina, if you believe they're the same person, then there you go. Justment Blacks continues. I personally think Ronnie was betrothed. I can't say the word. Engaged or given to him by marriage to Godwin. I tend to believe that too. And why else single him out when you had the Omen twins? Kevin says, Saint Trina, you mean Godwin? Maybe. I mean, maybe. I, for one, I don't believe that any of the characters are these duality characters that a lot of the community tends to believe. I believe they're separate people that, because of time, the passage of time, people dying, the fragments that we have of reality, or not reality, of history, we tend to think that there's this duality, and I don't think it's real in my opinion. I also think that Radagon was mad jelly of Godwin. I would think so, because if there was nobody in charge, if there was no Elden Lord at the time, that means Godfrey's son, Godwin, was in charge of the capital. So when Radagon became Elden Lord, he had to get rid of him. He had to get rid of him, had to get rid of the Omen twins. He had to get rid of everybody that was of Godfrey's lineage. So his lineage could, prevail, continue, propagate. He was the male lion taking over the pride. He had to kill all the Little baby lions. Eat them. Metafactual says, Metafactual, you should join the call one day. You got 2 minutes if you want to. Rena was Saint Trina to Glowmite Queen in Fair Missoula, Meta says. Rena was the Saint Trina to Glowmite Queen in Fair Missoula. I don't get it, but maybe one day you'll call in and let us know. Jess McBless says, because Godwin always succeeded in his endeavors while Radigan failed many times unless he decided to be sneaky to achieve his goals. Oh, I see. Yes. That's true. Godwin was the better man. Think about it. Godwin was the better man. And Radigan, I made an AI song about Radigan, though. Y'all should listen to it. It's in the Suno thing. It's called Radigan's Confession. Meta says, I'm just throwing shit out there until something sticks. We all are, my friend. We all are. And, you know, it all sticks because it's a sticky wall. Your Pharaoh still believes that Radigan was a male alpha dragon. He was definitely alpha. Or beta alpha. You have to be a beta, I think, to be Elden Lord. Which is okay. I mean, it's a powerful position. Because America would be the alpha, right? Because she's a god. Metafactual says, nah, I want Lorebot to call in. I meant Rena could have been a cast-off aspect. The whole wolves and both. What? Lorebot? No, man. The lore is... Everything you need about the lore, Meta, is already inside you. You just need to believe in thyself. Believe in the golden order. It's everything you need inside you, man. Jess McBless says, Godwin single-handedly beat the largest ancient dragon of all time on his own with his bare hands. And I don't know about bare hands. And earned the respect of his former enemies and invited them to check out afterwards. Invited them to a cookout afterwards. Yeah. Let's see. James says, beta chairs are the foot of the Erd tree in Morgoth's Blossom. That's right. That's right. Cayman says, you have to be a beta to believe in alphas. That's right. No. You have to be a beta to believe in sigmas. Because alphas never think about it. All right, let's see. I like to think that he sung Grand Sex to death. Ooh. He was kind of like those people that you like him. What's that show from the late 90s? You got America's Got Talent. Those people that tried to sing, or When I Sing. Metafactual says, I still think Godwin turned into a huge mermaid derp. And they were all laughed and became friends. Oh, that's funny. Jess says, Mr. G Inquisitor, have you seen the parallels between Radagon and Loki? No, I haven't. Most of the time when somebody tries to make parallels to alchemy or mythology of Norse or Egyptian or stuff like that, it goes out one ear and comes in one ear, goes out the other. I don't think it's I don't think it's what's the word? There's a word for it, but I don't think it's a real connection, even though you can see similarities. And the only reason we can see the similarities is because there's such huge gaps in the information in the game that you can lay over anything and make connections. So it just in one ear, out the other. Sorry. Oh, 9:00, y'all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't hear from Jack. Maybe we'll hear from him next time. Jack, you're always welcome to hop on the show whenever. You can even just talk in Discord. I know you got your own thing. You're a busy guy. But you're always welcome if you're out there. And everybody else, You're always welcome to call in or talk in the chat. It is what it is. Y'all, remember tomorrow is going to be Resident Evil in the morning. No stream on Monday because I'm spending time with my kids. And yeah, so I'll be back for lore on Tuesday. Or I might stream tomorrow. More lore. It depends what I'm feeling like. No, yeah, maybe. We'll see. Or I might just stream some anime on Discord. Da, 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 da. Oh, he sure did, Annie Nikipu. No, Jess, I mean, plus I understand. I understand the connections there, and I'm not saying it disappoints me. I just said this, But, anyways, everybody, y'all be safe out there, and we'll see y'all next time. Good night. I'm watching Sentenced to Be a Hero. Woo woo.